thereby increasing the number of inseminations from a given sample of semen. So the common diluents that are used are egg yolk and sodium citrate, then egg yolk and sodium phosphate, and the third one is egg yolk and glycine with milk. So those are the common diluents that is added to the semen to preserve it for long periods of time without decreasing its fertility. Then the semen cannot be stored at low temperature as low as -73 degrees Celsius or stored in liquid nitrogen at -196 degrees Celsius to -193 degrees Celsius. So that range of temperature you can store the semen. We'll talk about semen collection, then semen processing. Now, we want to talk about the insemination process now. The mechanism or the method of insemination is simple, and it requires the following instruments or equipment. A catheter is a long rubber tube that is similar to the male's penis, the animal's male penis, that's the sire's penis. That's a catheter that is used. Then a thin wall plastic pipette or container which holds the semen and it's attached to the catheter. Then a small quantity of liquid paraffin. Those are the three things that you need for insemination process. A catheter, which is a representative of the penis of the male. Then a plastic pipette that you put the semen inside and it is attached to the catheter. Then a small quantity of liquid paraffin. Now, the methods of insemination. The state of the oestrus varies in animals, and that determines the time of insemination. So the oestrus cycle of the animal varies. So that determines when you will do the insemination for the animal. So it is normally carried out when the animal is on it. So you inseminate the animal. You do insemination when the animal is on it. And during this period of it, the male animal must be absent. For artificial insemination to be possible, the male animal must not be there when the female animal is on it. When the female animal is on it, so the sire, that is the male animal, must be absent. The dam, which is the female animal, is made to stand. We stand firmly when pressure is applied on our loins region. So pressure is applied to the dam that is on it, so that it will stand firmly. Then the catheter, that's the typology of the penis, is first lubricated with a few drops of the liquid paraffin. Then it should be inserted carefully and firmly upwards into the vagina. Then once it is inserted, the catheter should be twisted gently in an anti-clockwise direction as it locks in the cervix of the female animal. Then when the catheter is in correct position, the plastic semen bottle that you attach to the catheter should be attached and squeezed very gently to allow the semen to flow through the catheter. This will take about 10 to 15 minutes for the animal to contract the semen. That's just the simple process of artificial insemination. Now, things that you should note as an operator: the process is not a process that you should worry about. Especially the squeezing of the bottle should not be too hard, or the semen will be forced out of the vulva. So it should be a gentle pressing of the bottle so that the semen will not be forced out. Then after insemination, the catheter should be washed thoroughly in a clean hot water, then must be boiled in a large saucepan for at least 10 minutes and dried and stored in a clean polythene bag. Then do not use detergents or disinfectants when cleaning the catheter, as this will destroy the sperms when in use. The advantages of artificial insemination: it helps to eliminate the wastage of semen. During one natural service, a male or a sire produces about 50 to 100 times, as much semen that will be used in a dam during artificial insemination. Can you imagine? So we are saving quite a number of the sperm, because about 50 times or 100 times of what is used in artificial insemination is what is used in just one natural service. Healthier or superior sire can be used for breeding. Then it is less expensive than natural mating. Artificial insemination is less expensive than natural mating. Then many females can be serviced with the same semen. You see, it is economical in nature. From that same semen, you can service a lot of female. Then deformed dwarf or blind male can also mate and produce offspring. You know, when an animal is deformed, it is dwarf, it is blind, it may not be attractive to the female, but by the time you collect his semen, it's also doing the mating, even though it's not in the physical state to do it, but it is being done by artificial insemination. Another advantage is that it helps to reduce or totally eradicate the spread of venereal diseases. Then a male can continue to reproduce offspring several years after his lifespan or death. Can you imagine that? An animal that is dead about 10-20 years ago is still reproducing because you have his sperm kept in a place that you are still using it for female animals. Then it makes it possible to test and ascertain the performance of the offspring after a particular male within. You can test the offspring of a particular male within a short time. So you can say, okay, this male is good, okay, we can keep using it, its offspring are always good. Now, the disadvantages of artificial insemination. First, it requires the services of highly trained personnel. So and that may not be readily available. So it requires the service of highly trained personnel. The next disadvantage is that there is a problem of detecting female animals on heat. And if the female animal is not on heat, then the whole process is a waste of time. The next disadvantage is that problems relating to storage, collection of semen, insemination procedure may reduce the rate of pregnancy. By the time you have to collect semen, take it at one temperature, keep it somewhere before you start inseminating, may reduce the rate of pregnancy. Then certain undesirable, undetected diseases or traits may spread through the semen, because the semen will carry what is on the male animal. So, and once those things are not detected, they may be transferred to the female. Then it may be too difficult to practice by small farmers. Subsistence farmers that are doing farming on small scale may not be able to practice artificial insemination. Animal health management. But before we look at how we manage the health of our animals, first we'll look at what a disease is. A disease is a departure from the normal state of health. Once there is a shift in the normality of the state of health, then you say the animal is diseased. Actually, medicine has told us that absolute health is not in existence. That is, you cannot say you are 100% healthy, that is perfect health, is not in existence. But if an animal can perform its physiological activities adequately, the animal is said to be healthy. So once an animal can perform its physiological activities adequately and effectively, we say the animal is healthy. But when there is an absence of this performance, that is, the animal cannot 100% or cannot absolutely or adequately perform its physiological activity, then we say the animal is diseased. Animal diseases are generally caused by microbial or microbiological organisms like bacteria, viruses, and protozoa. Also, they can be caused by pathogenic or parasitic organisms, both external and internal. They can also be caused by fungi. Then nutritional deficiencies or malnutrition can also lead to a state of disease in the animal. A disease may be contagious or infectious. when you have a direct contact with a diseased animal and you get infected by disease, it's said to be contagious. But infectious disease is a kind of disease that even without you having a direct contact, the disease can spread to other animals. Then we say that kind of a disease is infectious. Now we move to talk about viral diseases. Diseases that are caused by virus are the ones that are called viral diseases. And the first that we'll be considering under viral disease is the foot and mouth disease. Like I said earlier that we will be talking about viral disease. The causal organism of the foot and mouth disease is a virus, and the mode of transmission is by a direct contact. That means it is contagious by a direct contact with contaminated material or discharge from lesions. That is, if you have a direct contact with the injury of the lesions or the wounds caused by this disease, when another animal, a healthy animal, gets contacted with this animal that is diseased, then it can get it. Then another way of transmitting this foot and mouth disease is that